Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Sister Wives, Robyn gives her children more unsettling fake history. Robyn Brown erases history in Sister Wives. Fans of Sister Wives should keep in mind that Robyn's three eldest children are the result of her marriage to David Jessup, and that Kody was not her first husband. However, Robyn attempted to remove the biological father of her three oldest children back in the day. She literally made up some history to accomplish that, redefining them as Kody's children from the beginning. Or creating a memory, a moment of time, as Robyn used to call it. I'll remind you if you can't remember. In order to lawfully marry Robyn, Kody formally divorced Mary Brown at the time of their courtship. This was significant because they were rewriting her history with her sister wife's husband in her mind and erasing her genuine history with her ex-husband, David Jessup. Robyn was keen to remove Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna's father from their life at the time. In order to make his union with Robyn lawful, Kody divorced his first wife, Mary, and formally adopted the three children when David Jessup signed away his paternal rights. Back when Robyn supposedly forced her ex-husband David to give up his rights, fans went crazy when they watched Kody take over as the children's father. After the adoption was finalized, Robyn went one step further and produced what many consider to be an extremely eerie work of art to symbolize and illustrate how she replaced the children's biological father with their adoptive father, Kody. Robyn paints a new life for her children. Take a peek at the Sister Wives image of Kody and his three very young children below. At the time, it appeared as though Robyn had removed every image of him and Christine's family, aside from Kody, from a portrait she had taken of them with their young children. Then she created a portrait of a younger Kody using it as a model. Or a much younger Kody than Robyn had known. Additionally, as Robyn and Kody hadn't yet produced any children of their own, she substituted her three children for Christine's. Next is the scene from the Sister Wives episode where Robyn showed Kody the image, which she had edited by substituting Robyn's children for Christine, leaving him in disbelief. Fans were taken aback, and it was evident that some of Kody's other spouses and children were upset. And when Robyn showed it to Kody below, she broke down in tears, which was the first step toward earning the nickname Sob Bin Robyn from her admirers. Robyn's rewriting of history and subsequent creation of art to honor the fabricated past alarmed many fans. At the time, even Kody seems perplexed. According to a lot of fan theories, Robyn pulled some out of thin air because she was envious that the other three spouses and their children had a lengthy history with Kody that she did not and could never have. Her talent for distorting history, however, is far more than that. Sister Wives, adding color to her heritage. Even though Robyn is Kody's only wife, it appears that his past relationships with Christine, Mary, and Janelle still annoy her. Additionally, Robyn appears to be troubled by Kody's other 13 children's past. Robyn's attempt to compare her children to Kody's other children is observed by fans. As you are aware from previous seasons, the majority of Janelle and Christine's children have been alienated from Kody. The fact that he devotes all of his time to Robyn and her children is one of their main problems. Following Garrison's passing, it appears that Kody either received a wake-up call or recognized that his reputation was more damaged than he had previously thought. In any case, he is attempting to win back the affection of Christine and Janelle's children. Kody said that only Robyn's children complied with his restrictions during the outbreak. Additionally, Kody has stated that Robyn's daughters are more loyal to him than his other children. Devoted to and compliant with Kody Brown. Robyn's universe revolves on the Sister Wives patriarch, therefore it goes without saying that she is obedient, faithful, and everything. His three ex-wives weren't all that Kody said they were. Fans also question whether Robyn is upset by Kody's efforts to re-establish a relationship with his other children, who are not Robyn's children. In a recent Sister Wives episode, Kody is attempting to mend his relationship with his estranged children, which diverts part of his attention from Robyn's children. When Kody mentioned transporting Garrison home to be buried in Wyoming, where he grew up on his father's ranch, some fans questioned whether she was envious of his reflections on his own past. Additionally, Janelle and other Kody's ex-wives have roots there. Not Robyn, though, at least not yet. In order for Robyn's children to establish roots in the state that Kody views as home, she stated that she and Kody are traveling to Wyoming once a year. This made fans very happy since, aside from the fact that her children have their own roots, some people believe that this is not how roots are made. Robyn and their biological father were the sources of Robyn's heritage. And even though the phony portrait was an attempt to alter real history, this was long before Kody Brown entered their life. Sister Wives viewers witness Robyn dismissing the origins of her children. The origin tales of Robyn's children have been erased, deleted, and entirely disregarded by Sister Wives followers on social media, as if they didn't exist prior to meeting Kody. Or suggesting that Robyn and her children needed to create new roots because their real roots weren't sufficient. Furthermore, this was not the only instance of her erasing Christine and her children from the portrait. Years ago, when Kody hosted church services for the family, Robyn did something similar. You may recall Robyn presented what Kody dubbed a sermon during the family service. Preserving your purity for marriage was the main goal. According to reports, Robyn's virginity was not preserved for marriage. Many of Kody's other children were impressionable teenagers at the time. However, that didn't stop Robyn from informing them that she still regretted not saving sex for the marriage bed. Sobbing Robyn started crying when she expressed her desire that she had waited for Kody. However, doesn't that basically mean Robyn is regretting the origins of Dayton, Brianna, and Aurora? Robyn's rewriting of history is nothing new, but it enrages supporters because, despite her best efforts, her children's past cannot be completely erased. Robyn continues to try, though. Garrison was used by Sister Wives editors to expose Robyn's deceit. The death of Garrison Brown was cited by Sister Wives editors as evidence that Robyn Brown has lied about everything. This season, fans have benefited from the new production team's efforts to reveal Kody and Robyn's genuine intentions. But now that they know the truth about everything, fans are furious. This is a circumstance that has a lot to reveal and explore. To learn more about this, continue reading. Sister Wives fans are fed up with Robyn Brown. Fans of Sister Wives are tired of Robyn Brown. But this has been happening for a time. Fans discover the truth when Robyn lies, which damages her reputation. However, Robyn's phony crying is still another major problem. Fans have had enough of her always sobbing over nothing. Fans were offended by one item. At this point, Robyn did not cry when discussing Garrison's death. She weeps over everything else, yet she did not cry when discussing Garrison's death. Fans were done because this offended them. Fans are now discovering the real her. Editors proved her lies with Garrison Brown. Garrison Brown was exploited by editors to demonstrate Robyn Brown's deceit. Fans quickly figured this out. When I watched Sunday's episode again, I saw that Janelle had claimed that Garrison was all about his younger siblings before they cut to him playing with Sol and Ari. However, Robyn is adamant that her children were mistreated and that the younger children are unaware of their older siblings. That, in my opinion, is what the editors are trying to say. A former production guy who lived next door always edited them to their advantage. This new group is demonstrating everything we considered about them. Their point of sale. After they grow up and watch the show, Sol and Ari will be able to realize what their mother sheltered them from. If Garrison had been let to be a part of those two children's life, he would have been a fantastic big brother. Whoa, her admirers are not pleased with her at the moment. Fans apparently realized that Garrison would frequently go play with Sol and Ari. Robyn's portrayal was inaccurate. If Garrison had permitted it, many believe she would have had a close relationship with her kids. Following Garrison's death, producers are effectively allowing viewers to see Robyn and Kody's genuine selves. How do you feel about this circumstance? Robyn lied, are you upset? Comment below with your thoughts. Your opinions on this matter would be greatly appreciated. Sister Wives, Gwendolyn claims that rather than TLC, Christine paid the children. By giving the Brown sister wives, TLC's salary transformed their life. However, it appears that the funds were not as generous as supporters believed. Gwendolyn, the daughter of Christine Woolley, recently made a shocking revelation when she said that her mother, not the network, was the one who paid her. Yes, you read correctly. Gwen pondered on the early days of her filming life and exposed the show. She discussed the real dynamics and revealed some startling information. Is this accurate? What is the point of this? Were the Brown children not paid by TLC? To find out more about what Gwen has to say, continue reading. The financial situation of the Browns was improved by Sister Wives. Gwendolyn recently considered how the acquisition of Sister Wives altered her family's financial situation. We just got thrown into fame and thrown into money, she said. The famous child acknowledged that after TLC's money started to come into her household, her life became much easier. Gwen described how it was a blessing for her to stop requiring and wanting things. She remarked, "Life is a lot easier for a kid that's not going hungry." Gwen acknowledged that she was very into the show in its early days due to its money component. This is because, prior to being offered the show, the Browns were indeed in a poverty situation. However, Gwen's perspective has now shifted, and it seems that she no longer finds the thing that benefited her interesting. Claims made by Gwen and Sister Wives: the Brown children were not paid by TLC. The Browns' lives were undoubtedly altered by the enormous success of the Sister Wives television program. However, it seems that the children did not receive TLC's funding directly. The network only paid the show's parents, not the kids, Gwen recently told Teen Vogue. Although the children were not paid during their early years, she questioned whether the franchise did or didn't expect the adults to do so. But Christine made the decision to compensate her kids. She used the savings to set aside a certain amount per day or half-day of camera time for her kids. The Brown children started earning money from their appearances on the show in this way. Gwen went on to say that she had no idea how much money she and her siblings received from the show. Gwen was positive of one thing, though: it certainly hasn't been a fair share. She may not be as interested in filmmaking as she once was because of this. The famous child had previously come to terms with the fact that filming was a normal aspect of her life. She thinks it's a little weird, though, and no longer likes it that way. Additionally, a TLC employee informed the cited source that compensation is often managed in accordance with contractual obligations, which are relevant labor laws and regulations. Therefore, rather than paying the children, the show used to compensate the parents of the Brown households. What are your thoughts on this? TLC's Sister Wives has never shied away from controversy. From exposing the complexities of polygamy to revealing the deep fractures in the Brown family, the show has captivated audiences for over a decade. But if there's one figure who continues to mystify and frustrate viewers more than anyone, it's Robyn Brown, Kody Brown's fourth and only remaining wife. Throughout the series, Robyn has been labeled everything from manipulative to the favorite to the destroyer of the sisterhood. But one accusation that continues to surface among longtime viewers is that Robyn is actively trying to rewrite her children's history. This goes beyond simple boundary setting or family restructuring. It's about crafting an entirely new narrative for her three oldest children, Dayton, Aurora, and Brianna, while erasing the role of their biological father, David Jessup, in favor of Kody Brown. And that's where things get creepy. In this essay, we'll explore the extent to which Robyn has attempted to rewrite her children's backstories, the methods she's used, from adoption to symbolic memory making, and how fans are calling her out for what looks like emotional manipulation masquerading as maternal protection. From Portraitgate to Wyoming trips, Robyn's fake history campaign is under scrutiny, and it may be costing her more than she realizes. Chapter 1: Robyn Brown's memory making begins with erasure. One of the earliest red flags came not long after Robyn joined the Brown family. Kody legally divorced Mary, his first wife, so that he could legally marry Robyn and adopt her 3 children from her previous marriage. This wasn't just a legal maneuver. For Robyn, it was a symbolic cleansing of her past. At first glance, this might seem like a noble attempt to provide her kids with a stable, loving father figure. But the implications of this action go much deeper. Robyn made it clear on multiple occasions that she saw this as an opportunity to start fresh, as if the life she and her children had before Kody simply didn't exist, or worse, wasn't worthy of remembrance. In doing so, Robyn effectively began to erase David Jessup from her kids' lives. David reportedly relinquished his parental rights willingly, but fans speculate that Robyn heavily encouraged or even pushed him into doing so. Regardless of the details, it wasn't long before Kody adopted the kids, and Robyn had what she needed to begin rewriting their history. This is where it gets disturbing. Rather than simply explaining the adoption to her children in age-appropriate ways or acknowledging their biological father's role while promoting their new family structure,